Hey guys, we're Ozwald, and you're watching A-Sides.
This sound, I want it to surround me. Play it loud, play it loud, play it loudly. A-sides, around, around, around we go. A-sides, press play on life and here we go.
Your record, and I say record, thank you for sending me the vinyl, which is
Oh yeah, dude, for sure.
anything that I can listen on vinyl is always awesome.
Oh yeah.
But your record really calls for vinyl. You know, like it's got like a very weird. And tell me how you feel about this. I always hate comparing other bands to other people, but
Yeah.
it's got a very like Monkees meets like Broken Bells kind of vibe, like and but it's very subtle. It's a really nice summer record.
You know,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's just you know, there's certain records that like kind of call for the season, and I think, you know, your timing was pretty solid, and I think again with the world being what it is, it's been a, you know, like I said, it's been a record I've been playing, and it hasn't been a record I've been playing because we're doing this interview. It's just been a record because it's a good album. So
Thanks, man.
I was gonna say, like, if we were like really smart guys, we would have like planned it that way. But we're
Yeah,
not.
it's funny. Like we always thought.
It just happened to like come
Yeah.
out that way, and like all this stuff started to happen at the same time. You know.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
We're not brilliant dudes. We're just trying to
No.
like
come on.
write some songs and like feel good.
We're like,
about,
man, we're gonna do clear vinyl. That's
Yeah.
brilliant. That's as far as that thought went. That's
yeah,
gonna be great.
but I appreciate that though.
Seriously.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, talk to me about the album though. Like, you know, when you know, I hate using the term side project because it's really not, because when you say side project in general, it kind of makes it seem like, oh, you're just kind of, because people say this all the time, like, oh, you write on the side or you do this on the side. No,
Yeah.
you do it with just as much
Nothing's right
passion.
on the side. It's like it's all on the. What's the opposite of side? I don't know. But I feel you.
You're doing it with the same amount of passion as anything else you're doing. But, you know, what was your intention with this record? Do you go in kind of like, oh, I want to make like a California sunny record? Or like, you know, what was your
Oh,
intention?
I think, funny enough, I think the opposite with this. Well, I think parts of it were that. I think it's just a lot of different vibes all throughout it. Like it's funny to hear a summer record because I remember when we found that artwork or your friend painted that cover, Jeff and Entrap, I was like, wow, that's like a heavy cover. Like this is like our heavy record. So it's just kind of cool to hear like how different people relate to it. And obviously like the back half is probably a lot heavier than the front, but it's so cool that there are all of those different sides that like, I feel like if we had put this record out in the winter, maybe like the back half of it would have been like, man, this is like a pretty heavy winter record. Like I think it could have, it kind of has like a couple different.
And to add to that, it's like our tour got canceled this summer too.
We were supposed to go on tour.
So that happened this year.
We'd still be on tour right now.
Yeah, we actually
You would have just started it 2-3 weeks ago.
3 weeks in right now. So it's like,
Yeah.
I think that like we've based everything that we do creatively, like what's happening around like the Lifehouse like sphere, whether we're playing like one-offs or whatnot, and that's just not there right now, you know. So it's like for us, like going into the studio is kind of like a nice respite for that whole thing of like disappointment, kind of like frustration. Like we wish that we could be out there playing shows.
Totally.
For me personally, like I've been playing shows since I was like 18, you know, like professionally. So, and I'm 40 now. So that's weird.
It's weird.
This is a weird, strange year for me. I've never like been in this position where it's like, I can't go play live in front of humans, you know? So I feel like we've kind of channeled that into like the Ozwald thing of like, well, we're just going to like make creative music, you know, and that's
stay
like,
sane, you know, mostly.
Yeah.
We live like 15 minutes away from each other. So we're like our quarantine buddies and we just like.
As much as we can. Right.
Yeah.
You know, you said something about the heaviness of the album. I do think because of how heavy the world is, that maybe pre-pandemic, for me anyway, because listen, music is subjective, right? I think anything that I listen to that's kind of psychedelic a little bit or kind of whatever, for me, I look at that as like a summer record. Just for me, that's how. That's and it's me labeling it, but it's not like I'm viewing it as like the Beach Boys or anything like that. It's just like a song that I want to listen to.
Yeah.
When it's sunny out, But going to your point about turning 40. Having this milestone birthday and doing what you've been doing for so long, Jason, like, what was it like having a quarantine milestone birthday? Because, I mean, I had a birthday. It wasn't a milestone birthday, and it kind of was a weird, it also rained, which didn't help. It was just a very, like, hey, listen, you're going to stay.
I hate the rain. I hate the fall.
Listen, you're going to stay inside on your birthday. And guess what? You can't go outside literally because it's going to rain. But no, I mean, you working tirelessly, never probably having a free minute to breathe. And then you finally get a moment to breathe. Like, milestone birthday, 40, with pandemic, no pandemic. You're reflecting back anyway. So what was it like, having your life flash before you as I'm getting really weird and
no, it's not weird. I think I woke up and I was pissed. I was like, this is
today.
Yeah.
The day of 40, really?
Like, yeah,
we never talked about this.
No, I know. This is bullshit. First of all, it's like I wanted to be like.
What did you think you were going to be at 40?
Dude, honestly, like me and Braden, my wife, we're gonna go to India.
Wow.
Oh, you were going to go to India for your birthday?
We had like this whole thing planned. Like, that's not going to happen.
We're not going to go to India for a while now.
We're not going to go probably, maybe like never.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was frustrating. And I had to like really center myself going like, you know what, this sucks, but it's going to be fun, And honestly, I'm in a way better position than most people, so it's like just suck it up, little asshole. It's fine.
You're like a mega star, and then look, I think I'll have another band. Right?
Yeah, you're turning.
I'll have another successful band. Hey, guess what? I'm gonna have another band. Do you like that?
Even if you don't have anything, I was just like, I think I looked at myself in the mirror, was like, suck it up, you little dick.
There were definitely different, and I hate talking about it like it's past tense because it's not, but like there were different levels for me. March and April, I couldn't be creative at all. I didn't even want to do anything.
Yeah, I feel like too heavy. Like you don't want to even touch on like the subject. Or
I've been there too, like super depressed, like 2 days, like in bed, just like.
Yeah, it's like I just want to go to the movie theater. Like
that's the thing, right? I mean.
Yeah. This is a big movie theater guy right here.
Love it.
That's honestly, I've been spending the summer taking my kids to drive-ins the entire summer.
That's so rad.
That's cool.
That's so cool.
Because I am a huge movie nerd, and it's honestly.
How many kids do you have?
I have 3. So I've been taking my boys to like Empire Strikes Back, Force Awakens, like.
Yes.
We've watched 1 through 9 on TV or whatever.
I did that. I did that a month ago. I just got a Nintendo Switch and the Pod Racer game.
We just got that. Yeah.
Dude, I never had an N64, and I'd go to my friend's house, and I was the biggest Episode 1 fan, and I was like, I want this game so bad, and I never had it, and then I got it, and man, that game is hard.
It is, and Steve, are you still an Episode 1 fan?
I am, to this day. Totally am. I love people like
you grew up on it, so I think it was different.
I was like in 5th grade, and I got in trouble in my mom was watching this. I got in trouble in like 5th grade because I think I don't know. Long story, but I had to get one of those notes home to get signed, and we were going to see Episode 1 again. We were like listening to the Weird Al song. Remember that was out? Yeah. That was like a long time ago, the American Pie thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I am not going to ruin going to see this again. And so totally forged my mom's signature.
Steve is a video game guy, though.
Yeah, I like those vids. I'm waiting for
remember a couple weeks where you were just like...
I was just kind of gone.
What was the one that you got obsessed with?
we found for like $10 on like the App Store before the Macs updated the most recent couple times, you could get like Command and Conquer, like the 10-year-old
That's
version.
it. He would come over and he'd just be like, "Oh man, I'm so tired."
Nice.
I'm like,
You
"Why
play-
are you so tired?" It's like, "I
Yeah.
just did this for 10 hours."
Yeah, me and my cousin would play online. But I hadn't played video games in like 10 years. Like I had a GameCube and then I stopped and like cold turkey and didn't do it. So like
Probably good.
it's for the best. I don't think I'd be here if I kept going.
You're contributing more to the society now than.
I hope. Yeah.
So, I mean, you mentioned being a movie guy. Like, I mean, Head Movies, was that something totally different, naming the album that?
That was your idea.
I think Head Movies, like just the title for me was, I was in a place, and you could probably relate, all of us can relate, is just that constant fight to stay present, you know, and not like think 2 years in advance, think about the past. All our minds are just like completely just like going in so many different directions, you know? And I think that like there was a couple months where I was just like, man, I just want to be like here now, you know, and not like 2 years from now, 2 months from now, and 3 months from the past, like 2 weeks from the past, and just like actually try to figure out how to be where I'm at in the moment, you know? And Head Movies just seemed like a nice.
I think that was one of the first songs too for the record. And I think that it was like very early on, it was like, that's the title of the record.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that was like pretty quick.
Yeah, it wasn't like something that we were thinking about that much. It was just like, man, I just want to like be here instead of just being in the future or the past, you know, which I think that everybody can relate to, because especially now, like everybody either wants to be what's going to happen next year, what's going to, you know, like, or what happened last year, you know?
Yeah. Versus like make the most of like what you can do right now. Like that experience of like going to drive-in movies with your kids, like you wouldn't have done that, you know? Like, and like in 5 years, you're going to be like, there was like so many silver linings to that experience, you know? It was terrible for, you know, the world.
Yeah,
but
like making new, like present moments, you know?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Totally.
I love the imagery that just kind of comes with that title. Like, it's just 2 words and it just packs so much. Like it just, dig it.
Isn't it funny too, like when you wake up in the morning, like, and you are thinking about like your day, you have Head Movies all day long, right?
Every second. Yeah.
Every second. What does it mean? Some of them are nice, some of them are like stressful, but like there's always like these little things happening in your head. And I think that's where it really came from, where it's like, man, like, can we shut this off for a second? You never can. You can kind of like contain it a little bit, you know, or like
it's never ending.
Yeah.
I was trying to think about, because we're both movie guys, about a movie that felt like it was going on, but my brain is dead and I can't even make that joke. So there it goes. It's like The English Patient. No, anyway. So talk to me a little bit about like where Lifehouse is right now, where you guys are at musically. Like, I mean, you had mentioned you're not touring. I mean, it's a very, talk about a never-ending movie. There is no end game right now for this. So what's up?
Yeah, I guess like our man, it's a tough question because we don't know. Obviously we're not touring with the Goose.
Yeah, that was
even next year we're not touring with them. So I think that we got an offer for like a show in April.
Yeah, it's like the fly date things are kind of trying to come back in, but like who knows?
But we don't know if that's real or not.
Yeah,
you know. So I don't know. Like, I've been talking to Ricky and Bryce,
our other
like,
buddies,
drummer, bass player, like, and they don't know like what they're doing either. We don't know.
Yeah,
we have no idea. You know.
And probably thinking about it is a pointless exercise at this point, right?
Well, I mean, it's hard though, because it's like, that's our income, you know, like that's how we pay our bills.
It's like kind of always there, you know, that's where it's like, I feel like it's weird.
It's like a weird pivot.
Where something's missing. Like what haven't we done in a while? Like, what is it again?
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, play those songs.
So I think the biggest thing is like for us to just like keep connected, stay connected with our guys, you know, as much as we can. But it's hard too because it's like Ricky's in Arizona, Bryce is in.
Is he in Canada right now? Or is he in LA again?
He's in Washington/Canada. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
We're here, but the thing is like there's no like bright future for playing live, you know, which sucks.
Yeah, even when it opens back up, it's like I feel like I'm so curious about like, are people going to be super afraid, and like, what is that experience going to be like? Although Smash Mouth did just play a giant show, did you see? Smash Mouth played like a giant biker rally, right, for like hundreds of thousands of people or something.
It was Smash Mouth and Trapped, and I forget the other band.
Trapped. I used to love Trapped.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You don't love them now, if you.
No, I definitely don't, but I used to.
I always think about that too because I book talent for shows, you know, and that's one of my side hustle things, and it's like part of the greatness of going to shows is going to like some of the dingier places, right? And
the connection of like,
you know,
and honestly, I miss that. I miss like the dingy places that we used to play.
I miss the House of Blues circuit.
Yeah,
House of Blues is not dingy. I miss like frickin' Ziggy's.
Well,
like,
I mean,
North Carolina.
I mean, I'm thinking like, I mean, I'll say CBGBs, but they've been out forever. But like those kind of clubs that, you know, some of them you have to go downstairs, you know, to get to, or like,
the Satellite in LA just closed. That is so sad.
Played a lot of those.
People are going to be concerned about the ventilation and all of that stuff. But you know what? I don't even want to go there because I feel like there's so many articles about like 2023. That's when we're going to be able, and you know, fuck that. We'll see, you know, but like, I'm hopeful that at least, I don't know, as pessimistic as I am, I try to be hopeful because that's what, otherwise my head movies are pretty dark. So you guys are premiering a video for me, and I want to close that by having you do a little explain to me about It Was For Me, but also, you know, how you guys made it not feel like, you know, one of the pandemic videos that I've seen, you know, that kind of feel like a pandemic video, like, hey, I'm in this room. And, I'm in this room and this guy's in another room. But
funny enough, it's like we've done so many videos within pretty much the walls of the studio, and I think we're just always like, how do we make it look different, you know? I think you had the idea of like, how do we, like, a bunch of heads, you know, and that was kind of really all we had. And then we were like, all right, we did the filming of the singing, and we're like, this doesn't look right yet, so we just got to figure this out. But we've always loved that song as such a, you know, you put a record out on Spotify, people start at the top, and it's like to get to 12 is kind of a tough ask. And we're like, man, it's just such a cool song to let just kind of get pushed to the side, that it just felt like there was so much cool imagery that lined up with it in a cool way. And we've been trying to make like some film music and get into that world lately, where it's kind of funny that we're like, the film music thing seems kind of natural, but it's probably because we've almost been doing it backwards, where we've like been making music and then like always making our own videos, which is almost like the backwards thing of taking film and putting music to that. So it just felt like all the imagery of like the overlay kind of stuff really fit the just the vibe of the song to us. So.
You know, it's interesting because Phoebe Bridgers just released the crazy ass music video.
That video is crazy.
Is the one that out with the lady?
Yeah. And that's that's the last song on her record. So I don't know if I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Probably not, but
I feel like they put heavy songs at the end, you know? They put like the closer.
That video was very unsettling. I was very...
The rest of it's really beautiful, though. It's like, feels like us.
Did it give you chills a little bit? It gave me chills in a weird way.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time a music video like kind of stayed with me. Like
they were doing
the next day even. I was just like
the editing with like the tub thing was really cool. The way she was like, you know, getting sucked in. We're like, man, that'd be cool.
You know what? The fact that we're talking about it right now means that it worked.
You know?
Good to see you guys. It was good to see you again, Steve. Next time, hopefully in person, and you know all this shit will be over.
got to bring back like the acoustic performance A-sides.
Yeah, man. I believe when the world stops being on fire, I'll do it in person.
Yeah.
All right, it was a pleasure. Nice to meet you, Jason. And guys, you know, stay safe and all that good stuff.
We will.
Thanks, man.
We're
Yeah,
the
thanks
only-
for listening,
We're
man.
the only ones here, so
Yeah,
we're safe.
All right, we'll
We
stay
did.
sane.
Yeah,
All right.
that's more important.